Okay. And for my next trick, sound. And lastly, guess at around this, I think this is about perfect. Probably. The opening images are just so freaking cool. Look at the car being ripped apart by Cthulhu. That's the kind of last boss we wanted in Terror from the Deep. Okay. Let me make another small adjustment. There. Alright, so... mysteries have been solved. Oh, right. I better post to Discord so people can find the stream. Right. Alright, once we get that taken care of, mysteries shall be solved! Because well, I didn't figure out shit. Honestly, I just kind of asked the guy who made the mod, and he answered some questions. Since I hit the dead end of the tech tree, I was like, well, shit, it's not just going to be some technology that shows up that answers any of this, so... Anyway, but he immediately answered, and the answers are good. So... Alright, toss in an @ here, and there we go. Perfect. Okay. So the first resource I've been wasting is those nests. Next time a nest shows up, I need to try to milk it for the stuff that flies out of it before I smash it in. Because... the answer on the sigils. So I can manufacture only 2 types of spells. Fire Arrow and Fire Claw. Both are level 1 sigils. Which was confusing me, because I had all of these sigils that I knew about. But I couldn't make any of them. Turns out that I need to capture the aliens and interrogate those. Yeah, capturing enemy wizards? No, that's not how you learn to make spells. You capture the alien monsters, and they teach you how to cast spells. That's just how it is. You'd think the monsters would have been the materials. But whatever. Next important thing. So, the mana operator. This has been driving me crazy for days after I invested so very heavily in Hawks. I know I encountered it in another place too, but this is the one that has been stuck with me for so long. The mana operator is required as pilot. I was utterly baffled until I got my answer. So I was expecting to see a transformation called the Mana Operator that would have been like the Rune Mage that's just for like, nah. Turns out, the Mana Operator is anybody who has mana. All these guys, they don't have mana. You just... yeah, just anybody with mana. I swear I brought one of these planes in and landed it here and tried. I swear I did, but whatever, anyway. So, all of my planes now have the Mana Operator. Oh, come on, you're not supposed to be wearing Spellbinder armor there. Give that back to Lalok. That's got to be shipped back to where it can be used. Don't take vital resources just because you want them. Research on Caster of Magic is a whole nother thing. I've posted a little bit of it in Discord, but it's an active... Here, I'll just, give me 1 second. Okay. It's a work in progress right now, okay? It's not... I don't know if it'll... I'm not even... I don't think it'll be ready by Wednesday. During the work week, I'm just not going to have enough time to finish what I've started. But I'm doing my best to wrap my head around all of this. I'm working on it. But I'll just give you one piece of disheartening news up front. Every single game I played with halflings, the halflings won. every single time, 100% success rate. Orcs had a 100% failure rate, as well as several other factions that I played less times. Yeah. We knew that this wasn't going to be scientific, but let's just say that my data is super tainted. I'm doing the best I can to put this list together, and I'll make a whole thing out of it. It's just gonna take me some time. It's just gonna take time. I have really nothing else I can say about it. Anyway, I feel like there was a third thing. I'm certain there was a third thing. Shit, what was it? There was a third thing about XCOM that I asked and got an answer on. Give me one moment. Let me pull it up and see. I know there was something else and it was important because I couldn't figure out the answer. And so I asked. And it was... Oh, the Battle Mage exam! Okay, this one's been driving me crazy for a while. I know how to do the I should have had these guys an age ago. Okay, hold on a second. It's, what am I talking about? I'm talking about... I swear it should be right in front of me right now. There! No, wait. Yes. So, I'm using Battle Mages. You can see they have a maximum of 80 time units and all these abilities. I should be having Battle Masters, who are just better at everything. And they can apparently shoot mana at each other. So, yeah. I could not figure out why I was able to train. I could do the Healer Master, but I could not do the Battle Mage Master. Well, it turns out the answer is... I don't have a polygon in this base. I mean, this was a military base. It had no reason to have a research-related building in it, but here we are. Actually, this also relates to crafting, but again. So, I was like, ah crap, is that why? So, if you have a polygon, you can train the Battle Master. There it is. So, yeah. I don't actually know what the requirements are. So, I'm going to try transferring over to another base my Battle Masters. Hold on. When my plane comes back, we'll shift my top agents over and back, and then we'll see. And then we can talk about guns! Yeah, the research bonus from halflings, the fact that they have reduced unrest with everyone, the fact that they get bowmen and shaman who are lucky. Like, they have a lot going for them, but I think the research is the critical thing. I really think that's what pushes them over the edge. The research is kind of a big deal. Alright, I have interrogated, frumpy grandmother with the muscular arms. Newcomers to the Temple of Flame must follow the path of the initiate, spending time in household work, prayers, and meditations. Oh great, I captured a housekeeper. New converts are imbued with the ideology of the temple and prepare for initiation into priestesses. Only those who have the blessing of flame can get into initiate. So if they have a fire shield of 100, which seems like a lot. Harness of the Penitent. Those priestesses who have sinned before the flame, but have not lost their blessings, atone for their guilt by becoming penitent. They wear inconvenient and even painful clothing and are willing to sacrifice themselves and do not pay attention to protection. But they have an even bigger fire shield, and I notice they don't actually have armor value on this. Okay. Let's share the blueprints of the hybrid weapons. I don't know what that will do. Oh hey, an axe made out of fire. Garbage. Okay. I mentioned guns. So you remember how we did the hybrid thing and it led to something? Behold the pulse pistol! It's good. We finally decided to put magic bullets, which means every time I use bullets, it's going to cost me mana crystals, but at this point, I think I can handle with that. Anyway, it's a magic gun that shoots magic bullets, and that's awesome. It can shoot 5 times around. It's actually really lightweight and really good. For reference, the old X pistol we were using, the revolver, only had 20 kinetic. It had this equation that used your strength value, and it just couldn't shoot very fast compared to this one. This is such a step up. This, I'm going to put 2 or 3 of these in every single base. Holy crap, this is my base defense weapon. Enemy wanders, turns a corner, and just gets blasted for 9 times 10 damage. Oh, if your energy shield is just broken. Seriously, this is 45. 45 per shot, and it can shoot 3 times in a round. Unless they have stone shields. Freaking stone shields will laugh at this, but, you know, other than that. So anyway, 8 cartridges. Each cartridge contains ceramic needles for increased armor penetration. What kind of shotgun does armor penetration? I don't even see an armor value mentioned, so I'm just going to move on. Alright. It's a rifle. It's a rifle that does 30 instead of 20. And it's lightweight. What more can I say? These are just fantastic. Contains 18 shots, which is nice. And there's a sniper rifle, which, It's okay. I doubt I'm ever going to use it. But, you know, it can shoot really far. So for comparison, I'm using pistols that hit for 16 right now. This pistol would be hitting for 30. This thing's range is not listed. No, there it is. Aimed of 20. What's the snap range? I get lost in this. Snapshot of 15. Got it. Okay. So this is a snapshot of 15. And a reasonable aimed shot. This one has... weirdly, the same snapshot range. It just has a maximum it can't go past. But these actually have the same range... but 70-26 versus, well, I mean, there's some other factors in there. But anyway, 70-26 versus 50-18. Less accurate, although your firing accuracy is significantly higher. So maybe more accurate. God, stats and all this complicated shit. Accuracy question mark. But it shoots faster and it hits very hard. But unfortunately, the only problem with these is they deal kinetic damage, which is really bad against the Legion, who I'm fighting all the time. If I wasn't fighting the Legion all the time, these guns would be fantastic. As it stands, these guns are pretty good and I'm going to start equipping them. So, at the moment, I am even manufacturing the flak guns. Because I think every base should have a couple of those shotguns in them. Hello there, Besmer! And here are my shipment of shiny new pistols. Did I ship them to the wrong place? I think I shipped them to the wrong place. Oops. That's okay. Easy to fix. There they are. Transferring again. Alright, between the planes, the new guns, I feel like I'm ready to tackle... whatever comes. Let's give one of our new planes a test, shall we? Go Hawk. Now all those bases that were just radar stations are now going to be participating. So... oh, you're just going to keep running, aren't you? What a pain you are. So you can see I've got two different glyphs here, which I'll show off in a moment. But let's get in there and knock this thing out of the sky. It'll actually outrange me. But I have energy shields. It didn't even get through the energy shields. And this thing's more durable than my other planes. Unfortunately, every shot costs mana crystals to make, and every time it takes off costs mana crystals to fly. So don't expect me to use them until the bigger enemies show up, or when I just don't have anything else available, which is a thing that happens to me. But now for the final piece of how these things work. I gotta talk about their gear. So, the ammunition costs mana crystals. I can't help that. It actually is kind of expensive, as does taking off cost it. However, I added an accelerator and an attack. I had a hard time deciding. I wanted to give it double shields and make a tank, but then I worried it would be too slow and things would get away from it. And I wanted to do attack and just boost its damage, but that lowers its accuracy. And accelerator basically has no drawbacks as far as I'm concerned. You just move faster. So I eventually settled on this for all of them. I may make another one in the future. If bigger enemies start giving me problems, I may build a plane designed to be a tank and just double shield it. I may also decide that we even with the acceleration glyph, we chased it from Alaska to Italy before we caught it. We're still not fast enough, in my opinion. But what can you do? Anyway. Sharing the blueprints of hybrid weapons. We've shared the plans of the hybrid weapons with the Council countries. Of little use to XCOM's trained scions. What? Really? They are? I think they're very useful. They'll be useful to the Army, Police, and Self-Defense Forces. Can I just purchase them now? That would be really nice if I could just buy them instead of make them. Ah, excellent. Ah, yes. Very good. Now that we've made the flak gun, we have to make the ammo. How many of these things did I make? I'll just make 30 ammo. That should be enough. No, I still have to make everything myself. Ah, well. It would be really cool if the next time I fought aliens, there were some military with the pulse guns. Actually, it would be really cool if sometimes you'd go out and the military would have shot a plane down, and you go there and the military is there fighting the invaders while you're there fighting the invaders. Like, how cool would that be? Alright, so this is a fire temple. It was on a conversion mission. Conversion? What, are they trying to preach? Are they trying to convince people to become Zoroastrians? I honestly don't know anything about Zoroastrianism other than they worship fire. And I'm not even sure about that. Alright, so these are actually low-level agents. You can tell because their accuracy is garbage. These soldiers are all terrible. They would be terrible with the glove. But they have pistols, they have shields, and they have psi suits. As long as they caffeinate well... Okay, it looks like it's fire again. As long as they caffeinate well, they don't actually use their mana for anything. And, they keep their big shields in front of them, they should actually be basically invulnerable. Yeah, fire does tend to rip through the shield, but it takes a few hits. These shields are absolutely ridiculous. There's a reason the Legion has been bullet sponges and been so incredibly obnoxious for so long. I think the game would actually be improved if there were less Legion encounters. What exploded? It was one of the gems in the ship again, wasn't it? I'm certain of it. It was one of the gems in the ship. Just so I don't get the mana crystals that I'm kind of getting very heavy on the use of at this point. Convert your own soldiers? What do you mean? Isn't that kind of what we're doing? We're turning our soldiers into wizards? Or do you mean convert to their religion? I don't think that would be good, because then my soldiers would defect. I think I'd like to discourage them from doing that. Alright. There we go. Everybody's got a gun that is not fire. Okay. These have a chance to stun. The air pistol is like the more dedicated stun gun, but, yeah, these agents suck, by the way. But we need them training. You remember I got that massive load of, guys where I accidentally hired 140 soldiers the other day? Yeah, these are the psionically inclined from that batch. Killing rather than converting. Oh, they're probably only killing the infidels. The problem is that's everybody. It would be really cool to see them knocking people unconscious and abducting them, though. If on conversion missions they just all came out with spells and equipment to knock people unconscious. Okay, let me see. Oh, that must be the so-called penitent. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool design. Oh, I see more and more enemies. But I don't see anything I'm actually worried about yet. The worst thing they'll have with them is probably a Priestess of Flame. The fact that they don't have the Legion, even though their fire shields are ridiculous, I'm not too worried about them. Oh, you have a lot of penitents with you, and initiates, huh? Yeah, I'm not worried about those. Bring them on. Hiya, Buster. Okay, yeah, fire shields are a little bit of a pain for lightning to bring down. And my guys suck. Did I mention that my guys suck? Because they really suck. Oh, what's that? Hey, can you... Okay, yeah, Okay, that guy. Is that a Thunder Priest with the fire guys? No, okay, it's a Fire Priestess. Okay. She's a danger. That's an arcing explosive weapon there. Well... Alright. You know what? I'm not even gonna do anything about it. Yeah, I wish I had a strong agent to use a toxic glove. I should have brought a couple babysitters for these rookies. There you go. And see, they're bleeding. It's not as good as the air gun, but it is not killing on hit. So assuming that I get to them with the bandages, this is a great way to just capture tons of guys. Man, can you guys score a hit, please? Alright, we're gonna switch to spears. sure you guys have had enough practice now. Actually, you probably haven't, but that's too bad. You are such miserable shots. This is comical, honestly. Meanwhile, the enemies just come at me with melee weapons. I mean, I guess it makes sense for the penitent just to charge forward. It said they had no regard for their own safety, so they're kind of proving it. Alright, let's see. Alright. If she doesn't bleed out this turn, I will fix her up next turn. Let's hope she doesn't. Meanwhile... that one got close. Oh, come on, you don't have a bandage? Oh, shit. Oh, crap. Minor miscalculation, I see. Yeah, these guys had really low strength scores when I originally sent them out, that's right. Alright, look. Drop that. 5 is probably good enough. Okay. Drop. Step. No! Doggone it! Don't it stopped because he looked. It should have stepped, but it didn't because he saw people, so it paused him. I was going to have the next person grab it and then throw it, and so on. But no, I should have held down shift. Silly me. Alright, fine, whatever. Yeah, you can't drop it. Oh well, whatever. To alter their kits. I'm not even sure if I need any of these, but I'm sure as heck gonna try to capture them. Or just electrify the entire area. Oh, I thought I saw something more dangerous. Yeah, I haven't seen a ranged healing spell. The healer only can use... but I've never seen that in XCOM, actually. I've never seen healing darts or anything. I don't know if the engine can do it. Alright. Still alive. Okay. 14. Throw. Beautiful throw. Alright. Got it. Wonderful. Okay, next. Oh, that was already dead. There's 2 targets right there, though. Alright. Hopefully one of them doesn't die. What the hell was that? Oh. I think I need to capture that. Okay. His shield is completely exhausted. That's not good. No, that's not good at all. Okay. Are you within range of that thing? Still no. Alright. Alright, team. Forward. Yeah. Okay. Alright. What can the healer master do? You know, I'm not entirely sure. We should investigate what the healer master can do, and the war priest. The war mage, master war mage, whatever it's called. The fighty wizard. We'll need to look at him. I'm gonna try to upgrade whoever I can. Alright, we're basically exhausted our lightning guns. I was gonna switch to spear fighting, and I still am. But I'm going to try to lightning gun everybody at the High Priestess next turn. I don't know if I can bag her or not, but I'm going to try. Is that a second High Priestess up there? Okay, let's see what we're looking at here. Okay, that's just a regular fire priestess. This is the one we're after. Oh, we're on fire, and I didn't... You know, I really should carry around one of those things. Oh, are you standing on the one person I'm here to catch? With my, stuff? Well... Oh my gosh, why do we suck so much? The fact we're on fire is actually really bad. Oops. Bring her down. Alright, maybe we should have stuck with the lightning shots. Just at close range. Alright. Thank you. Whoa. Okay, that's a lot of injuries. I don't give that person a very high chance. You've got an axe. That's a problem there. Is that the person I was just healing getting back on her feet? She's still got 4 injuries on her. Thank you. Bag this High Priestess. All the trees and everything is making it difficult. Alright, we'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. One way or another. Okay, we have a new desperate problem, and that is a decided lack of fire extinguishers. We really need a magical fire extinguisher. We need to learn water magic here. I'm gonna have you deal with the trouble over this way. Yeah, just you by yourself. That guy's gonna pass that forward to you. You're going to be right here to be put out. Bring our flaming troops back to the fire extinguisher. 3 guys, 3 oh. Okay. 3 guys are currently on fire. The fire extinguisher has 3 doses. We can make this work. Nah, we don't know any water. What do you have? Did you run out of mana eventually? There's only so much fire bending you should be capable of. He did? Why? I needed him to use the fire extinguisher, though. Alright. Okay, you're not on fire. That's great. Thought he was. You are on fire. Who else is on fire? You are on fire. Okay. So, here's the thing. Start carrying the fire extinguisher around a lot more in the future, as the fire cult seems to be more and more of an issue. You are on fire. Alright, back to the extinguisher team. We got this, don't worry. Alright. You're also on fire. We're out of fire extinguishers, sorry. Get in there. Maybe we should invest in training to teach our soldiers to stop, drop, and roll? Because the fire burns them through their mana shields. So it's actually pretty vicious. Getting set on fire is really bad for us, actually. Okay, good. Alright. Hurry it up, team. You need to get up there where all the trouble is. Okay, you... A knife? I am not afeard of a knife. That's right, stab me all you want. And I will... do likewise. And I know exactly how that's gonna play out. Okay, guys. That's our problem. She must have exhausted her mana by now, I would hope. We're boarding the ship, and we're gonna try to take her captive if we can. Take us a couple of turns. Please don't burn to death, everyone. This is an awful lot of fire. I may want to pick up and move that person. Oh boy, this is an awful lot of fire here. Am I forgetting anyone? No, that's pretty thorough. Yeah, one of my troops passed out, yeah. Now, come on! My agents are dying. This is really bad. Alright, let's start with what we know we can do. Okay. And this one's getting you with the throwing axes, huh? All of our problems are up there. Somehow, despite all the fire, the ship didn't have its a path burned into it, so... Alright, next. You're on fire, please don't die. You're on fire, please let that drive you to run faster. You're gonna die. Yeah, you're already dead. Alright, lots of people coming up the gangplank. It's still gonna take us a couple of turns to get up it, though. That looked like a safe place. Hopefully the fire doesn't spread. Oh! You didn't burn to death! Oh great, Sophia, how far can you get? Okay, get that... Yeah, it's a war zone. Don't mind the artillery barrages. Yeah, okay. Alright, this one is toast. We're gonna get to the top of the ship soon. We've gotta be out of firepower by now. Good, I think they are finally out of firepower. What? How did you reach me with a knife? I'm all the way up here. You stabbed my foot so hard I died? Yeah, we're losing a lot of our agents here. They weren't expecting this kind of fight. It was just a small little ship. I thought, how bad could it be? Answer, it was bad. Alright. You're just about to die. So are you. That's gonna take a little bit of doing. Oh, your shield is used up too. Alright, well, let's see how many people we have left after this turn. Well, I don't have any medicine for you, because for some reason I'm not allowed to use bandages on other people. Why? That's just how it works. Block with the shield, block with the shield more. 2 more deaths. We're gonna buy a pile of fire extinguishers. These guys are crazy. Please finish the job. Everyone's just burned up. Okay, shield down. Alright. Shit. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Yeah, we're expecting that, were ya? Alright. Get that over here. Please, nobody else die. Did you step in the fire, you dummy? Why would you do that? Why? Why are you facing that way? I said go here. How did go here from here result in standing in the fire over here? I don't... Why? Why would you walk through the fire as your preferred pathing? Why? Yeah, okay, my guys are too stupid to live. What can you expect from rookies, though? Yeah, well, that was completely... Oh, man, 2 people died. Who was the other one? Ugh. This has been excruciatingly expensive. Come on! Seriously! What is this? Somebody hit! My guys are just dying by droves here. All you have to do is hit her. Oh my gosh. Is anybody else about to die? I swear I lost most of these men. Yeah, people are still having problems. Alright, look, it's 4-on-1. Doggone it, you didn't knock her out. After everything, she died. 7 operatives. This was really awful. I was not expecting the enemies to be this strong. Oh my gosh, that firebombing didn't capture her. Alright, initiative fire, useless. Penetrative fire, useless. I won't try to capture them in the future. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a few changes. Alright, purchase. So first change, fire extinguishers. We'll just buy a shit ton of them. Second change, I'm going to interrupt your manufacture of flak stuff. I need 18 fire rooms. Okay. Transfer. So I've largely been avoiding these because I can't predict what kind of enemy I'll face next, but I think we kind of gotta. So how these work... No, not fire magic, fire rune. It's in here somewhere, I swear. Somewhere? I can just look it up like this. Hold on, there it is. No, let me see your stats! Oh, you pain in the butt. Whatever, we'll see them the next time we go out. Alright, soldiers, I did need to transfer some people over here. I'm not sure which ones... Oh, crap. Alright, who else has a polygon? You do? Alright, we can go there. This should allow us to do it just the same. Let's see, Drowbard is a... I just don't remember who's what class anymore. I'll just send over a bunch of people and we'll get a look. Oh, I know what you are. We're gonna try to upgrade some guys to the new class. Oh wow, the Fire Priestess gave me nothing. Great. Okay. Battle Master. Oh wow, I have 6 qualified. Alright. Alright, 6 agents qualified to reach the next level. That is very good. And I'll just shift them right back now. Alright, that should help somewhat. Together with the fire runes, the fire extinguishers, we should be able to get somewhere. In the meantime... Sniper rifles? I'll make 8. Also, I now need to transfer to every base. Okay, we have pulse flak guns. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each base gets 5 of these to help defend. Ah, crap, I need more ammo. One sec. Pulse flat gun ammo. I need 10 more. Yeah, we can wait 8 hours, that's fine. Okay. Now we can distribute those. And if anybody ever dares attack our bases, the soldiers who've been training all game will have flak guns. They'll be really weak, like non-magical soldiers, but they'll have really gnarly shotguns, and that'll count for something, I hope. I'm actually kinda seeing how the game is. I grow more nervous about my defenses the further we go. This will be a huge comfort, knowing that I've got these in there. And then I'll put in, get some of the flak rifles and things as well. Okay. So now... in your previous limitations and can grow farther. Oh man, that was so brutal on our troops though. Wow, did we lose a ton. Heather's a mentat, yeah. Okay. Flak guns distributed. And that means all of these bases can dump their old X shotguns now, as they no longer serve their purpose. I do worry I didn't make enough ammo, but the ammo's expensive, you know? But yeah, shotguns are absolutely fantastic for base defense. Need some kind of base defenses. At some point, we need to figure something out for that. Because the longer the game goes on, the more these guys with 10 hit points sound like they'll be completely incapable of holding a base. Even with a tank supporting them. Even with a flak gun. Alright, let me make... little sniper ammo. And finally, we make pulse rifles. I will want... guess I'm gonna want 60. Hold on, wrong side. This is gonna cost a ton of crystals, but, you know, whatever. It's fine. Alright, medium. Feudals on a terror mission. Is that so? Let me see. I don't have an interceptor there. I've got a regular interceptor here. And I've got a hawk over there. It's outrunning my raven. Come on, bring more. You can see how the runes have compromised the radar of my units here. The interceptor has this crazy radar range. Okay. Yeah, your terror mission ain't happening. Ooh, you are vicious. But it doesn't matter. You were outgunned to all hell. Okay. So... yeah, there are only 4 people uninjured from that last mission. Alright, we're gonna send in our best. It's just feudals, but they were on a terror mission, so... oh, crap. Did we leave all of our armor over here when we class changed? Or did our armor cease to exist entirely? Our armor ceased to exist entirely when we class changed. I see how it is. Well, I guess we're gonna have to make a slight change. Okay, look, I just want armor. That was expensive, losing those. I need 6. I need... somewhere in here. Yes, this. Alright, so what's going to happen is you're going to disassemble 2 of these. And then you're going to go all in on those Spellbinder armors. Alright, some of you can't have Spellbinder armor right now. So some of you have to make do with the Scion suit. It's alright, though. Just because you can't fly doesn't mean you can't participate. Put that away. Okay, fire runes. Oh good, I can see it now. Okay, yeah, resist fire 20%. Whereas what I was using was the Amulet of Heartfire that was recovering morale every turn. But yeah, the fire rune will just give us fire resistance. We're going to start using those. And we're going to load up on fire extinguishers. Ah, crap. I'm out of shock pistols. I'm going to have to make more. And I want to use these new pistols in my arsenal as well. I think, as much as I love the miniguns, I can remove them. And the rifles are about to be replaced as well, so they can go. Okay. This one should be nice and simple. Yeah, we'll get those Spellbinder armors ready soon. Okay, boys! Your size strength is what now? And you think you can use that? Oh no. Not a chance, Raven. Man, some of you have really low size strength. I think you're good enough for a glove. $71! Most impressive. Yeah, our battle mages got pretty good, but Ariel is apparently the top agent on that. Okay, everyone. We don't have enough shock things. But we can have pistols. Just regular old guns. Those seem pretty good. I'm kind of tempted to mix. I just need more slots. Alright, as for these... I guess for this fight it doesn't matter. But I should probably switch everyone out for fire runes soon. Yeah, we're gonna put everyone on fire runes because the fire temple seems to be our principal enemy now. Unless the thunder priests just decide to wreck my shit instead. Well, that's why they have this thing around their neck that boosts morale constantly. It's a pretty effective little thing. Now, every time one of my soldiers died, I tried to make sure I killed one of theirs, but towards the end, my guys just started burning in droves to a lone fucking priest. It's really obnoxious. Alright, let me see. Alright, let's gear everyone up. Yeah, he's done for. Alright, let's see. Nothing out there? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, battle beast. And yet your thing is so low. Ah, well, whatever. I still need to figure out how to make a dark totem. Anyway, since we're using the gloves, this... How'd I miss you? Whatever. Since we're using the gloves, this fight should be very quick. And brutal. You know, when I learned fencing, I don't know if it's still that way, but the example tournament from the official... Basically, the official fencing thing for the US showed a sample tournament in the rules of how it works, and Spock was in the tournament. The entire tournament was nothing but Star Trek characters, in fact. The example tournament. My fencing instructor hated it, because it was so unprofessional. I thought it was kind of cool. I think Kirk won in it. No, Spock. I think Spock won it. Which, I mean, I was always like, yeah, no, Data should have won. Data would have totally won. He's a freaking robot. Nobody would beat that. Yeah. Touch of Death. Ranged. Great stuff. Alright, I can pretty much guarantee that anything that moves is going to stop moving very soon. Yeah. What are they injecting? I've told you, Starbucks. In the future, they just hand you a syringe full of concentrated caffeine. Most of these guys don't even like the stuff, but you know, corporate sponsorship. That's where most of our money comes from. Then they have to go home and eat Big Macs publicly on television for the cameras. Sitting atop dead orcs and things. Man, we haven't seen orcs in a while. I want more of the fantasy races. Oh, hey, a rune mage. I haven't seen one of you in a while. You're just gonna fly on up into the ship now. What? How did you do that? Don't we have our shields up? One-shotted through the shield? Now that is craziness right there. Yeah. Broke the shield, all of his energy and everything, and just however much he had, and just knocked him down. Unbelievable. Usually there's another entrance to these ships. This one is a little bit of an unusual design. Oh, last guy surrendered. That gave us flying ship construction, which, I guess I don't need anymore, so I'll just dump that. Alright, you can have these. The Spellforge eats a lot of room. We gotta make more of those shotguns, but we're busy. Alright, armor first, then I guess we'll do shotguns. So many things we need to do. Alright. That was our best month ever. Well, we're certainly paid well. $35 plus... $55. More scientists, please. With nothing to research, but, I mean, you know, whatever. We've got them. That's the important thing. Okay. I'll leave a little bit of space for future things, but, yeah. Throw one more laboratory there. Okay, this is our ultimate science base. When they finally have something to science, they are going to science like no place else in my empire. It's going to be crazy. Sadly, there's nothing to do anywhere right now, but, you know, what can you do? We just need to catch the High Priest next time and find out what secrets she knows. Alright. Okay, cool. Back to what you were doing. Alright, there's the armor. Let's take a quick detour to make some shock pistols. So the regular pistols seem like they might be a better weapon, technically. Although these stun enemies, so you get a chance to catch them. But more importantly, these count for mana trading. Which is something we definitely need to be doing a lot of. Oh, right, I forgot. Transfer. You make the armor, you need to ship the armor. Well, I am concerned. You know what I'm gonna do? Can't I just hire scions here? I can hire so there's a requirement to hiring scions. You can't just do it anywhere? I'm thinking of hiring 10 scions for each base. That's what I'm thinking of doing. And that'll be a step better soldiers, but they'll have to start training from the beginning. 6, 7... So I need to hire 70. And then when those come in, I'll distribute them to all the bases. I may also want to give them all extra tanks. I don't know yet. The tank is kind of obsolete, but... I mean, is it though? Is it really? Couldn't it still be useful in base defense? Sooner or later, something's going to attack my bases. Yay! You actually qualify for this. Okay. Who needs morale? Not you. You all need fire resistance badly. Now, I don't know at what point this equation, this crazy equation, is going to start making these weaker for me, but at some point we're going to have to switch to using alternate means. Did I get flying ships? No, I've not gotten flying ships. I still haven't been able to make them. Instead, we can make the Needle and the Hawk so far. I don't know what comes next, but I'm beginning to suspect the game's not going to give me flying ships. Ah, it's just slugs. Ah, okay. Well, we might get a thing to make another battle mage here. This one shouldn't be any trouble at all. Pop a couple more healing crystals into this thing. yeah, you use that. You use the comically oversized hand. I'm not entirely sure if there's a way to train psi strength, but I feel like some of my characters might have gotten... Their psi strength might have grown, but I'm not... Is that 98 strength? Holy crap, I don't... Even in, like, power armor, you don't see numbers like that. Okay, we gotta find something really heavy for you. How about you wield 2 miniguns, 1 in each hand? Does that sound like a plan? Maybe you could pull a Renoro Zoro and also hold another minigun with your teeth. Oh. There should be a whole bunch of them over here. How are you on toxic damage? You might actually resist it. Yeah, I finally found an enemy the toxic glove doesn't hurt. It's fine. Don't care. We'll still overwhelms them. Where is it? Somebody saw something this way. Oh ho, what is it? Where is it? Can you see it now? Oh, that got a kill. Yeah, she has such ridiculous psi strength, I figured she could handle whatever it was. With just a simple mind blast. Oh yeah, you can stat buff somebody. I've never tried it. Okay, hold on. You're at, oh, let's see. Let's call it 90, and let's look at your strength, 80. Oh yeah, that's like 15 time units. I can't tell what all changed, but yeah, his stats were increased. Oh. It's very expensive. It's very expensive, but if you want your soldiers to perform extra good, have a few super medics to just be like, yeah, I cast buff. I cast my buff upon you. Alright. Alright, boys. Go crazy. I don't mind. Get your practice in. That's right. Fling random acid blobs through the portal. saw another one over... I'm not even sure where. Fortunately, these flight suits eat mana every turn. Oh, there's one. Gotcha. But that's not all. Here we go. Oh, come on, there's more of them? Alright, how about you? Nothing there. I honestly don't know what's in there, but it's not a slime monster, so we won't inquire further. I do like the random holes in the walls. Oh, there we go. Somebody found something. Still more. You're not dangerous, you're just annoying. Oh, hello. Okay. Yeah, you can try that. That's not gonna work. Okay, that has to be the last one. Are you kidding me? Sheesh. Okay, through the rift. So obviously the gloves aren't doing the job. But bullets might. Short work of things. Very short work. That's probably enough. Okay. Yeah. That's about what I expected it to do. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Now, fly up, fly out, fly up and out. Okay. It's a simple strategy. Okay, who else? You're also one of them. Okay, there we go. Sky Force up. Ground force shooting from under all these trees. Oh, you're supposed to be part of the Sky Force? That's fine. You can just park yourself on this fence post. It's as good a spot as any. slime-themed boss. Well, thankfully, there don't appear to be any of those yet. I mean, you never know. But don't seem to be bosses implemented in the game just yet. Okay. The troops should be able to see all over the place. So, better. Okay, go. I was kind of expecting better accuracy out of this. I'm kind of appalled, honestly. That was really bad. Let's try it again. Somebody has to hit someday, right? Come on, guys. You're killing me here. My guns, they can't hit anything. Apparently I should have given everyone a pistol. That was a non-killing blow with your super pistol? People are running out of bullets too already. Alright, that was awful. How long is the mod? No way of knowing. I just got advanced battle mages. I got my ass handed to me by some fire penitents. High priest of fire. And at the moment I'm working on building magical bullets. I'm at kind of a dead end on research, though, until I catch something. Alright, back to making the pulse rifles. And transfer my shock pistols. I mean, I'm making a lot of progress at this moment, but I'm very concerned at the not ability to research anything. If I don't find something to research soon, Alright, let's give one of my hawks a real test. Oh shit, you're nothing. Never mind. You're nothing. Alright, I'm gonna shut you off and just have you fly close and tank while this thing takes the actual fighting. That's right. Shoot at that fighter while this one actually shoots you down. Ha! Okay. Oh, really? Okay, hold on a sec. We need these. Yeah, no breakthroughs. Hey there, sup? Oh, really? Another one of those, huh? Okay, I'll do something about that. Uh-oh. Okay, a big one. Alright, what have we got in the area? 2 regular interceptors, and I guess I'll send the Hawk from Alaska. Feels like it's moving slow. Okay. Once again, we'll start by shooting at the extreme range. If that doesn't bring it down, I'll have this thing tank for them again. Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time doing it. Oh crap, they took out almost all that shielding. Too late, you're done. Okay. Hold on, armor. Alright, let's get our spellbinder suits on. There, much better. Okay. What is left of my trainees? Alright, well, you guys are gonna have to get out there and train. Okay. Raven there, put on a spellbinder as well, would ya? I need more pulse pistol ammo. Still making the pulse rifles. Alright. Let's see if we can take all of these down. Oh, really? Alright, hold on. There. Yeah, okay, that's all we can hold, that's all we can hold. So be it. Hold on a second. Alright, let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and say this and that is standard issue now. I think I'm gonna go with this as the standard build. For those who aren't using gloves. Okay. Alright, everyone, you ready? I hope so. Because ready or not, you're going. Alright. It's just them. This should be a fine little training mission for my wannabe Padawans. Alright, let's see. I actually want you all to gain XP with mana. So I'm going to give you the wind pistols. I think the ones in the back should be using the gloves. Maybe they should. I don't know. But they're using these for today. Alright. We good? We good. Yep, nothing to fear here. Not with these outrageous shields we've got from the Roman Legion. Compared to that, these guys are nothing. Okay. That's a pretty good spot, I think. Okay. Okay. I think this just about covers it. Unleash! Well, I want one where you play as the aliens. Still don't have it yet. I haven't seen Minotaurs in a while. I feel like the Minotaurs and stuff have been underutilized thus far. Yeah, I want to see more orcs, goblins, minotaurs, more beastmen. The alien monsters are pretty cool, though. Alright. Oh, somebody tried to shoot you from behind. Alright. So bad at their jobs. Brave soldier. Stupid, but brave. Alright, switch it up. Let's go to the pistol. One shot all the way to her soft underbelly. Done. Let's see. What about that one over there? Oh, come on. That was a hit. Okay, come on. You're gonna go chase down that one. Good work. Alright, that pretty much just leaves the Marauder bosses. And somebody with a javelin or something. What is the end goal? No idea. Yeah, there was something about an Archmage ruler who created their own dimension or something. I haven't really received any imperatives about them yet. Doors are tough. Seems to take a lot to bring one down. Alright, now for you two. I may have overestimated these new pistols. We'll have to hope the rifles are better. Alright, fine, so be it. Good old-fashioned spear, then. You missed. Suck at everything. Rookies can't do anything right. Alright, look, she set herself on fire. This should be easy. Alright, I guess it's time to get aboard the ship. I prefer these wider gangplank stairs to the long ones that the other ships have. Oh yeah, I still don't know what that was. I don't know that the Archmage attacked. I don't know exactly what happened there. Something about an Archmage, something impinging on our dimension. I sent in a whole bunch of red shirts and they just had a bunch of knights and wizards and blew all my guys up and killed everyone. It was horrible. Yeah, that was the worst. But I don't know that that had anything to do with my end goal, necessarily. It seemed like a awful difficult mission to pop up so early in the game, though. When it did. Oh, they do like this corner. Alright. Let's try up-close pistoleering. At this distance, you can't possibly miss. It actually worked. At that distance, he actually didn't miss. Impressive. Alright. Alright. Transfer the spell. Forge. Okay, great. Original XCOM Long War? Well, I mean, the XCOM files is probably longer than the Long War. At this point. Is it okay to send this team against a large one? No, it isn't. If there's nothing new in this large one, you know, as much as I hunger for mana crystals, I think I'll just skip it if there's nothing to capture. I need to focus on capturing, otherwise I should just pass time. We will check the fortress, though. It might be a new thing. It might not be the Legion this time. Alright, go. Acceleration rune is throwing me off just a little. Alright, let's take a look. What do we have here? We got our gloves. Who is it? It's the Legion. No, I think we're just gonna pass. I don't think I need to bother with this. Oh, I don't think I need to worry about that one. Okay, here they are. Right. Alright, each of these bases get 10 of these scions. Yeah, you have this accommodation issue. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna pitch 10 scientists. Because defenses are important. Very important, in fact. I may just dump all my red shirts, though. Okay, transfer. Okay. These guys are going to get priority treatment in all the gyms. Coupled with all the new guns we're sending in, I think I can rest easy that my bases will be defended. Okay. Small. And slow. And I lost track of it. Well, that's just the way it goes. It's the Fire Temple. Alright, another chance to maybe catch a High Priest. It's a conversion mission again. Alright. Fine. Meantime, let's take a quick peek at our bases. So, all of these red shirts can stop exercising because the scions will surpass them in pretty much every way. Yeah. It's not quite adding up. You can train more than 10, that's what's going on. Anyway, should be... That's just great, yeah, of course. Yeah, one of these things could train 5 people or some such, that's right. Okay, cool. Excellent. Are you can see that they have, like, the old guards, 10 hit points. The new guards, anywhere from 12 to 18 as a starting point, and it's only going to go up. Yeah, their accuracy needs some work, but, you know, they'll start working in the gym, and they'll figure it out. Yes, this'll be good. This one doesn't have a Psi Lab or anything fancy. Say I have massively increased the defenses in these bases. doubling them at least, if not more. More than doubling. Definitely more than double the defenses. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure that the side training really helps much, but, you know, whatever. Almost through. Now just these 2 radar stations at the bottom at the, so I'm not entirely sure where these particular stations are. See, that one's in Alaska and Antarctica. Okay. The frost regions. Gotta guard them frostlands. Wouldn't want Arthas said coming and setting up shop. Lost track of that one. Crap. Alright, whatever. Alright, how are we looking over here? No, not over here. Over here! Rifles almost ready. Alright, I'm gonna go for that fortress. Maybe there'll be something big in there. Music always makes me feel like it should be Parasite Eve music. Okay. Phoenix Point has a mod that's supposed to be like the Long War, though. Okay. And glove. These forts have been very, very dangerous in the past, when the Legion held them. Is it still the Legion? Ah, still the Legion. Oh, okay. Well, then I know exactly what I'm getting myself into, and although it is dangerous, I am very confident that a whole platoon of flying super soldiers will be more than a match for this. And I'm not getting any new researches here. We've got to catch one of those Fire Priest ships, and we have to not all get murdered by the just explosions happening everywhere around us as we're walking around. Back! No, don't do that. I don't know. I'm told, well, at least what I read, the Long War, well, the really big mod for Phoenix Point is supposed to overhaul the game pretty heavily, and it completely rewrote the classes. Many of the classes are completely different. Like, literally just taking abilities out of one class, putting them in another, writing new abilities, all that kind of stuff. Done by, you know, fans of Phoenix Point. So I'm willing to give it a shot sometime. Phoenix Point had really good ideas. It's just that the execution was, let's say imperfect. But the ideas behind it, I really liked some of them. I'd love to see if the fans could actually fix it. Alright. For you, fire. I shall turn that little area you're in into a torch. Ah, yes, you have this special power. There you go. Alright, Buster, you have been supercharged. Let's see. Really, I kind of thought that was going to do more. Oh well. Maybe the supercharging doesn't apply to psionics then. I suppose that would make sense. Seems unfortunate. Alright, fine. Well, we'll boost you as well, Ariel. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure you'll be fine. We'll be very aggressive. We'll trust in our shields and our armors. And we will just bombard the crap out of them next turn. How much damage can they possibly do to me? Huh? Yeah. This is going to be very satisfying in a moment. Assuming that we don't all get swatted out of the sky by something I don't expect. But what are the odds of that happening? Nerf them? How would you make them even worse? Take away their ammo? Okay. Next turn's the turn where we get really crazy. This is just a warm-up. Most of you have melee weapons, and we're Skyborn. What you do have, well, it's not getting through our shielding. Okay, that's who we should be worried about. Flashing us with AoE. So who's on fire? Somebody caught fire. Shit. Oh! Shit! You're kidding! With all the shielding and armor I gave them. 1, 2, 3, 4, you gotta be kidding me. I gave you guys all this crap, I gave you fire wards! Specifically fire wards! I just can't play this the way I want to play it. It just will not let me. I guess this one. We are well beyond the Legion at this point. We don't need to be having battles with the freaking Legion anymore. We're done with you. We surpassed them solidly. We've advanced classes repeatedly. We've gotten even later game gear. And I specifically warded against fire. But no. Bullshit. Seriously. I don't want to take this fight. I don't even want to do this. I've done like 4 of these. I think I've done 4 of these now. There's nothing in here that I want. It's just you have to kill it because otherwise, you know, it's a blight against you every turn it's there. So you have to kill it. But at this point... whatever. Just deal with it like this. Yeah, that's just bullshit. As I said, I've taken a whole bunch of these down. This is not a threat. This fortress, I mean, they're tough, but they're not even a threat anymore, really. This has just become tedious. I've started skipping ships. Like, you shouldn't be skipping airships, but I've done too many of the same ones. It gets locked into the same enemy for too long. We've been fighting the Legion for... You can go back and count how many videos I've been fighting these same enemies. And it's like we're finally getting to the next level of enemies that are really dangerous and scary. And it's like, by the way, fight another 4 of these guys. And this shouldn't even be a fight. Like, we're done with this. The way Hadriex talks, why would you bother creating a good game? Just the fans fix it? What, you mean Bethesda? Sounds like you're talking about Bethesda there. And then Bethesda decided, you know what? Let's make a Fallout game where nobody is allowed to patch it. Yeah, we'll ban all mods. Why is it that nobody likes R76? That's weird. So we launched it in a virtually unplayable state, like we always do. What's the problem? Meanwhile, their systems, Nexus Mod Manager detected, banning account. What's that? You paid for the game? But you had Nexus open on your computer. So we're just gonna ban you from the game you bought now. There's no way I reached the same insanity of your Hard West. Good grief, that game. It had such cool ideas. I really loved the cards, the hands, and everything. But man... Yeah, this is how you fight the fortress, by the way. You just sit there with all your guys playing the role of artillery. They slowly panic, and they slowly just, you know... But man, how much cooler would it have been if we had just flown up and then just unloaded into the fortress from above? At a closer range. That would have at least been badass, you know? Not buying game. Yeah, I hate that shit. As far as I'm concerned, well, you guys know my stance. If you bought it, you own it now. And you can do whatever you want to it. Actually, I've heard Nexus Mod Manager has gotten really bad. Since we're talking about them, I've been hearing that they're taking down mods left and right. For whatever reasons. I'm very, you guys know me. I'm super into fan games. I'm super into, you know, ROM hacks, modding of all kinds. I'm just a big mod fan in general. I love that a lot of games, I love that a lot of even broken games have been fixed by the fans. You know, that Vampire the Masquerade, without the fan fixes, would have been virtually unplayable, I'm given to understand. But it was such a brilliant game. But, I mean, it's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. Like, if cars were invented today, we just accept, oh yeah, you're not allowed to tinker with them. You're not allowed to modify them. But no, cars have been around for centuries, and we're all used to the idea that, oh yeah, if you have a car, you can just, you know, replace any part you want with whatever you want. Although, from what I hear about John Deere and their tractors, maybe not anymore. I've eaten almost every I've restarted this mod twice from the very start of the game. But yeah. Generally I let things fall how they may, but this one just... It's like, I knew exactly how I'm supposed to take the fortress. You're watching me do exactly what I'm supposed to do. But it's slow and tedious. You know, I just wanted to bombard it and move on. And I'm annoyed that I wasn't able to. Go down. Whatever. We'll get ya. Tesla. Really? Yeah, I hate that shit. Well, who was it? Volkswagen? The police called because there had been an abduction. Somebody had stolen a car, and there was a child in it. And Volkswagen was like, "We're sorry, you want to know where the car is, but you didn't pay for the service to know where the car is. Yeah, the chip is in there, but you didn't pay for it." And it's like, we're the police. We need, there's a child. We're sorry, you didn't pay for the service. You can't know where the car is. I think it was Volkswagen that did that. This was actually a fairly recent story too. This wasn't that long ago. I hate that shit. I really, really despise that shit. There are cars that are like, oh yeah, you have to pay a subscription for your seats to be warm. There's another or you have to pay a subscription for the car to go fast. Like, legit, they're doing this now. They're like, well, gamers are willing to pay for, you know, features to be enabled in their games. Why can't we do this with cars? We should have never allowed this as gamers. We should have never accepted this practice to begin with. Like, I'm not even against DLC. I think it's great if you make a completed game, and then you come back and add, like, an expansion pack. No, I think that's a great idea. But, that's not really what companies have been doing for a while now, you know? What they've been doing is, a little bit different than that. Alright, there we go. This thing is done. Nothing here I want. Not a thing. Okay, crystal orb. Okay, there's a thing I want. A little bit. Please. I guess that's everything. Unlock codes for things you already own. Yeah, it's just such shit. It's so shitty. One's a little bit tricky for a single interceptor. Should have set the hawk from the beginning. Alright, there's a chance that what I'm after is on this ship. So I'll go ahead. Really? The PlayStation Portable, they bottlenecked the processor and patched it to increase the speed? I don't understand that at all. How are they making money? Were they selling speed patches? It's just weird. Alright. We're gonna take a peek at... Oh! Fire Temple Conversion! Okay, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Alright, fire out a Raven. We'll go ahead and shoot that out as well. Alright, this might be the high priest we're looking for. You can try to damage my hawk. Yeah, that's just weird. This is really weird. Yeah, I think trying to push everyone to electric cars is, I think somebody's in the pocket of the electric car companies. Honestly. I don't know, I'm kind of cynical, but I always look at things as follow the money. Who's making money off this? Okay, that's probably the person pushing it. That's what I would expect. Temple of Light? Cleansing? Well, this is new. Okay, maybe we're onto something. Maybe we're really onto something now. Oh, wow, the Hawk actually took some damage tanking. I'll just send one from Alaska. Ah, crap, it got away! No! What the heck was it doing? Oh, wait, no, it's back? Is this the same one? Did it double back? Okay, wait. Okay. Well... just a normal thing. I think my Raven can take it, unless the Temple of Light has outfitted it with something unusual. Yeah, also electric cars have a lot of worrying stuff. They can quite literally just lock you out of them. They could just decide, yeah, you know what, the grid can't handle this right now. We're just going to tell you you can only drive on Tuesdays. Okay. Alright, there could be a high priest here. We'll investigate this one. We'll investigate this one. We've got a new pistol. And we've got my strongest troops this time. And we can fly! If there's a priestess here, I want her. We should also... well, we've got the fire runes. I should have picked up fire extinguishers. I'll have several of my guys grab fire extinguishers. Because fire is proving to be a major issue. I find it funny. The power grid in Europe, particularly England, they had to build their power grid around drinking tea. And that doesn't sound like a thing that could happen. But no, actually, they had a big problem. See, the British, well, they rather famously like tea. And whenever there was a big sporting event or something that was televised, as soon as the commercial break would hit, large numbers of people would all start tea at the same time. And they had these electric heaters that were very popular for heating water that drew a lot of electricity. And so when you had a large number of people all firing those up at the same time, it would cause brownouts. It would crash the grid. So they had to modify their power grid for tea drinking so that it could take it. It's like... it's like the most British thing. I love that in World War II, their tanks were designed to brew tea. I love the logic to it. That you know, it's for morale. Our soldiers need this. Like we told. Meanwhile, the other armies, like the Americans, are in the middle of this horrific battle at D-Day, and the British stop to drink tea, and they're like, "No, you can't do this. We're on a battlefield." Ah, yes, we must. It is what we do. It's just like, and I can understand the perspective of their command. Like, morale is critically important. Like they were huge about morale. In ways that are downright insane. The British were the British command was very concerned about soldiers' morale, and took that as absolutely critical to victory in a lot of ways. So, philosophically, it totally fits, so I believe it. Really? I know people who drink coffee. I've never cared for coffee myself. But I actually prefer green tea myself, but I guess I've known a lot of coffee drinkers. When I think about it, quite a few. Soldiers only cost 50 minerals anyway. No, like, so they had this thing. British officers don't duck. The British officers were told, look, if you hear a bullet, it's already too late to dodge it. Don't duck. Just act unperturbed. Just act completely unperturbed so that the soldiers see you're not afraid and you're not gonna duck. Because this is really good for... The British had, like, the highest casualty rate for their officers of any army. Like... But there are endless accounts of these officers just taking walks while bullets are whizzing around them and stuff like that. And the soldiers loved it. And the soldiers would get super pissed when their favorite officer would die. They would get very angry on the battlefield. Which I guess is not really what I consider a positive on a modern battlefield, but, whatever. They have their own ideas about strategy and combat. But it is fascinating. Well, I'm sure that quite a few officers did take cover, but it seems like there was a fair number of them who bought their own propaganda and didn't. It's weird. Because there are first-hand accounts of this from, the time. And as I said, they did have the highest casualty rates of any army with their officers. So obviously they were doing something different. Not a very good plan, but, at least I would consider it a good plan. They led from the front. Yeah, that was another thing, yeah. I've often wondered, I think historically, pre-gunpowder, it makes sense to lead from the front. I think once you switch to gunpowder armies, well, maybe not the earliest gunpowder armies, but once you get to like the 1800s when guns start getting really good, at that point, I don't think it makes sense to lead from the front anymore. You just lose all of the officers. Everyone who knows what the plan is die. Not good. So, but I do think 1600s back, I think leading from the front, although still dangerous, is just a good way to win battles. You're talking about World War I at the end of the war. Yeah, so World War I, again, going by first-hand accounts, who are these Americans? The soldiers kind of considered the Americans to be madmen, because these guys had been sitting in trenches for years. The people who were gung-ho, they died early in the war. The people left. The people who had survived all those years in the trenches were really ground down and jaded and had been through hell. And the Americans, they hadn't been fighting a war. So you had all these fresh rookie troops with shotguns just running and leaping into enemy trenches and stuff. Charging. And again, we got first-hand accounts. We know that this was shocking to the old soldiers, but it makes sense psychologically that this would happen. Yeah, World War I. It's just such a horrific disaster to the world. I think, you know, we always talk about World War II, but I think World War I made the world the way it is today. And, actually, I think Napoleon. I think the Napoleonic Wars really are what changed the world. And everything that's come since has been, it's more or less come out of it, to some extent. He really changed everything. I'm not even necessarily a big Napoleon fan, but like all the time, when you're researching like almost anything in history, somehow Napoleon just keeps coming up. He affected so many things. It's hard to even describe the ripples that he caused. It didn't work. Vigor and gung-ho don't overcome machine guns and barbed wire. But it did. What can I say? Quantity has a quality all its own. Yeah, it did work. It had very high casualty rates. You can say it was not the best tactic, but it did work. But when the Germans had all but won the war, and then the Americans came in and stomped them flat, because it was a fresh army with lots of people. A fresh army with lots of people with shockingly little self-preservation from the perspective of the people on the receiving end. And yeah, weight of numbers is a thing. You can say it was very bad tactics, but you can't say that it didn't work. Sometimes very bad tactics can still get the job done. Oh yeah, Yeah, the shotguns. The shotguns were illegal. You can't use shotguns. That's illegal. You guys have been pouring gas on each other for how many years? Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that. I find it fascinating. Like, the Gatling gun could have been used a lot in battles before it was, because the generals were like, no, that's inhumane, you can't use the Gatling gun. But sooner or later, you know. Oh, really? Yeah, I still haven't tried Valiant Hearts. It looks cool. Yeah, I didn't get the High Priest. Oh, I wonder if I'm ever gonna find a use for these gun things. Germans all but won the war, and then the US came in. Ah, well, cool. I'm not an expert on World War I. I tend to know mostly about the 1800s. Mostly America and the 1800s is my area. But, that's what I've always been told. The war had ground on, and it was finally coming to a close. The war was all but over, so it was... I can't think of the man's... Woodrow Wilson was the president of the U.S., and he was staunchly anti-war, and was pushing strongly that the U.S. would not get into the war. Meanwhile, so he was... Teddy Roosevelt and Taft. Taft had been president, looked like he was going to get reelected, but Teddy Roosevelt started the progressive, the Bull Moose Party. He started the Bull Moose Party, and this split the vote between the two of them, which meant that Woodrow Wilson, who was running on the Democratic ticket, won the election. Woodrow Wilson was intensely against getting involved in the war, whereas, well, I mean, we know what Teddy Roosevelt would have done. He would have immediately picked a side and joined the war. Immediately! So the war kept grinding on and on and on, with both sides being extremely... They just... It was a defensive war. Neither side could get anything decisive, but they always felt like they were right on the cusp of victory. Both sides constantly felt like, just a little further, the war will be over by Christmas, just a little further, we can end this. And, you know, you have the love battles, and you have all kinds of just horribleness. And as I understand, the Germans had finally gotten the edge. Things were finally coming to a close. And it wasn't the Lusitania that brought America into the war, but I want to say Germany had sent a letter to Mexico to try to get Mexico to declare war on the U.S. Am I mixing my time periods and my wars up? I think that's how the U.S. got involved. Was not really over. The Lusitania was the excuse to the newspapers, but it was that letter to Mexico that made Wilson go, okay. Okay. Because he really didn't want to get involved. He was an idealist. He was an idealist. The house on the hill. What can I say? Woodrow Wilson is kind of an obscure president, despite how important he was. It's hard to keep them all straight. There's a lot of freaking presidents. I'm pretty sure he was a big-time idealist, anti-war, but into like small-scale interventions and things. Pretty sure that was him. Oh, the power gloves are amazing. They've been my best investment, and I've only seen a single enemy that can resist them. So I picked the right element. The British Army. A World War III historian. I don't know. If you're gonna tell me that the war was already over and the British had already won, what am I gonna say? Okay. I don't know what to say to that. I've never heard that before. So, oh, yeah, Teddy Roosevelt, he wanted the US to go in. Man, he was Teddy Roosevelt, you know? He wanted to show off America's might to the world kind of thing. And to be fair, if Teddy Roosevelt had won the election and the US just walked in at the beginning of the war, that would have probably made the war much, much, much shorter and less horrible, oddly. And I'm not really a pro-war kind of guy, but just looking at it like, look at that. It almost worked, but they ran out of artillery support. So the Germans almost won. People got imprisoned for opposing... Oh, well, that happened in a lot of wars. If you want to talk about the U.S. Civil War, Lincoln created... What was it? The Department of... I want to say propaganda, but that wasn't it. It was like the Department of Censorship or something. Like the Civil War is going on, they basically just set the Constitution aside and ignored it. And they're just like, nah, there's no free speech right now. We're just turning that off. The newspapers are going to say what we want them to say now. Like that kind of stuff. You think this kind of stuff's more modern? No, it goes back a ways. World War III might be very close. Yeah. Yeah, we've been dancing on the edge of World War III for a long time, but right now things are very hot. And, if World War III started, historians would probably look back and point to events that have already happened and say that was the start of the war. If we get fortunate and it doesn't happen... Okay, I'm definitely going with the Temple of Light here. The other one may or may not have something good, but this is guaranteed to be new territory. Yeah. Anyway, let's just all hope that we don't get into World War III. I don't want that. I don't think I want one of those right now, thanks. I'm gonna take a rain check until sometime after I'm dead. Then you can do the World War III thing without me. Thanks. I don't think you're giving it enough credit, Burden. Think about it as a war game. Okay. You're at war with, I don't know, you're at war with somebody, you're equally matched, you've been grinding against each other. A new enemy comes into play. You're already evenly matched with another opponent. Even if you've got the edge and you're gaining ground, you're still struggling. Another army is coming in. Oh, shit. It doesn't matter if it's as large as the enemy you're facing right now. They have an economy. They have the ability to keep sending more troops and more troops over time. They have the ability to produce a great deal of supplies. You've seen me in Master of Magic more than once go, I've lost the game just because somebody else declared war on me. Like, more than once, it's been like, okay, that's game. I can't fight this many opponents at once. And as I said, the Americans were, crazy. They were a bunch of young, freshly drafted people who hadn't seen the horrors of war. And that was terrifying. I mean, it would be terrifying. It would be excruciatingly horrific for morale. You know? Even habeas corpus. I mean, it was, yeah, it was. The U.S. Civil War is not like other civil wars either. Like, the U.S. Civil War was kind of its own thing in history. I don't know what to bring to this fight. I don't know what I'm up against. What? No, you said this was a... Okay, what's this? Okay. We need to look around. Okay. Well, how about take the role of Germany then? Whoa, what's this? Take the role of Germany then, Burden. America has entered the war. What do you do to win the war now? What's your plan? How are you gonna beat them? You're still at war with France, Britain, you know, everything else is still going on. You've lost tons and tons of people. You had a plan. You thought you were close to winning. You could have won. You're pretty sure you could have won. But America's in play now. Does that change nothing? Does that have no impact? Do you follow the same exact strategies? Do you think the same strategies would win? You can say, oh no, they don't have the ability to mass conscript yet. What do you think will happen next year or the year after? How long is that going to last? You can say, haha, they don't have the ability to make enough bullets. But I can bet they can make some bullets. I bet they can make a lot of bullets. I bet they can make a lot of things. I don't see a way that this is not tilting the scales. I don't know. As I said, I'm not a historian on this. It just seems very unlikely that this didn't have a major impact on things. I'm gonna... Every time you encounter something new, it's like I really need to catch them. But at the same time, I'm a little bit afraid because I don't know what I'm up against. I just don't know what that blessed footman can do. They're gonna have a light shield, which I think I encountered on a unicorn once. Could they have one? No, I'm gonna call bullshit on that. Germany knocks out France. Aha! We've won! How have you won, Germany? Well, we took out France! Are the French people still fighting you? Yes, the French people are still fighting you. Famously, the French do not stop fighting when you take Paris. Okay, are the British still fighting you? Yeah, I think the British are probably still fighting you, unless you can somehow convince them. Okay, now you're holding even more territory. Can you conscript the French into your army? Maybe you can get some French people to fight in your army, but there's some questions of loyalty here. The Americans are still coming. Taking France did not stop the Americans from still coming. How did taking France win? It didn't change a thing. It didn't change a thing. You have to convince the other countries to stop fighting. That's the only way. You have to convince them that the war is over. Please go away now. That's it. The French really don't surrender when you take their capital. They're quite famous for that. There's no way the British or the US could do a Normandy on the First World War. They wouldn't have to. Aha! I've taken Paris! Okay, we land on the beaches of France. Oh no, you can't do that. We own France now. Have you had time to set up and guard all the coasts? All the possible landing points? Can you set the kind of forces that could have deterred anything? You know, France isn't the only place we can land an army, right? Yeah, I just don't see it. 1870 says differently. I don't know. Anyway, as I said, you're the World War I expert. So, you know, for anybody watching this, you should take his words with moral weight, even if I'm not gonna agree exactly. You don't... Why do you need amphibious things? All you need is a port. Any of them. Any port. There's a lot of beach in Europe, and there's a lot of towns and ports, like, all up and down. I think I can just do the react fire thing for all the blessed footmen. Being airborne, I think I've basically got them completely at my mercy. But... there. This is a problem. This is the one problem. Am I far enough away that I don't have to worry about her? I can't tell. What artificial port are we talking about? As I said, all you gotta do is find one port that the Germans don't control and you're in. Either I'm not being clear, because I feel like I keep saying the same thing. I don't think that the Germans could have held all of France. I just keep saying it in different ways. I just don't think that the Germans could have held all of France and held it. I just don't think they could. It's too much territory for their armies. The French, I don't believe, I absolutely believe the French would have kept fighting back. There would have still been resistance from the French. I just don't see it. And if they really did manage to hold every single port, every single possible place that you could land in the entirety of France, you just land someplace else in Europe. They couldn't be everywhere. Anyway. I don't want to feel like I'm moving goalposts or anything here. I'll just go back to just... You can't fight... You just can't fight that many things at once. There are limits to how many fights you can fight at once, and adding the better part of a continent to your enemies, to what you're trying to fight, is too much. World War I logistics was mostly trains. I'm gonna go ahead and take him out. Oops, oh, that's a miss. Okay, who else is a problem? You are a problem. Oh, please don't shoot your own friends. Please don't. That's a bad plan. Next. Yeah, I'm gonna stay off the ground, thanks. Why can't you hit? How many 50% misses you got? No! No! I wanted to catch her! How did you hit her when I'm aiming at this guy? Oh, XCOM accuracy. Seriously, we shot like 8 times at 50% accuracy. All misses. Oh, man. Come on, guys. guys, you're killing me here. Alright, you got 9 shots at 70% accuracy. Okay, thank you. Finally. Alright, well, we lost the priestess, but we can still take the weird footmen. Somebody needs to get on the boat and look around. Oh, good! Another one! Perfect! Alright, we can do this. We can do this. Okay. If she steps out, we can have an entire little squad. Whoops, no, face that way. All ready to fire. Go. Could you guys actually knock them out, please? I don't think it's working. I think they're immune to our air guns. I think these blessed soldiers are air gun proof. How am I gonna capture one then? Maybe I should have brought the electric guns too. Alright. Step 1. Remove shield gently. Doggone it! Yeah, she had like 90 hit points of shield in front of her. But no, you one-shotted her. Somehow. This is not working. Why? Why are you so hard to capture? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Is he immune? No, I saw him flash gray. He's not completely immune. Seen you blink gray. Alright, somebody... The air guns aren't working. What can we use? What can we use for a capture? Honestly, the only other thing I've got at this point is the shock pistol. It's unfortunate, but... Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, air guns don't work on these guys. Anyway, I've captured one. That's all I need. Okay, I could really... I really could have used getting the priestesses as well, but... this and be happy that we got something. I hope they show up again soon. These poison gloves are something else, aren't they? It's like all that nothing happening, and then we just put the glove on, and it's just death, 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 death. It's in a different league from my other weapons. Alright, we have a blessed bushman. That's pretty much the only thing I managed to get out of there. Disappointing, but nobody died, so... much. I have the shielded prison, but I wasn't allowed to send the soldier to the shielded prison. See, this is exactly what I was worried about. This, I don't know what kind of prison I need. Like, I thought maybe the shielded prison was universal for weaker troops, but no, I need a regular prison as well as a shielded prison. And that's just stupid. And alien containment is, of course, a different thing entirely. Because of course it is. Fine. Regular prison. And we need to get through all of this again. Very large frigate on a terror mission. I don't think I've ever seen a frigate before. I'm not sure. What I do know is it's time for the Hawks. Going, huh? My Raven is in repairs. One of my Hawks is in repairs. Alright. Are you heading to this city? I bet you're heading over here. Well, let's see how we fare against a frigate. Oh wow, oh shit, you just peeled my shields. Okay then. Listen, footmen. Okay. Okay. And now I get rid of things I don't need. Probably those. Probably those. Okay, and that means shifting over here. This stuff. And we just ran out of caffeinated beverages, so I'm gonna need more. very curious what those priests of light might give me, but... Alright, we have a possible opportunity here. This is just a feudals, though. This should not be anything... Shouldn't be. Yeah. Okay. Not seeing anything unusual. Hello there, Hadriex. It's a pretty cool concept. Those are things exploding inside of it again. I'm not seeing anything I need here. I am not seeing anything of value to me. And a bunch of the bandit crystals just blew up, making me think maybe I don't want this at all. So let's try this one over here on. Maybe we can find a high priest here. Maybe. Yeah, back to those. The odds of finding a high priest are... We saw one on... I believe it was... Wait, was it a medium ship or was it a small ship? The high priest? I don't remember. Oh well. We'll go out there, we'll murderate them, and if we find a high priest, we'll, try very gently this time. Alright, there we go. You know what, I'm just gonna go with lethal until I have a reason to stop being lethal. These pulse pistols are somewhat disappointing. The pulse rifles are almost done, though. I have high hopes that those will be better. I figured with all the ridiculously high accuracy my advanced unit should have by now, having higher maximum stats and all, that the pistols would have been more accurate than this, but nope. Maybe it's because my super accurate people all use gloves most of the time. Okay, that should be plenty. Just a regular. Still no sign of a high priestess. I have my doubts that I'll see one here. But you never know. Can't be sure. If somebody tries to mug you, hand over your wallet and whatever else they ask. Like, serious life tip here. If somebody's got a knife pointed at you, or a gun, or whatever, and they're only demanding money, give them the money. Do not fight. It's a different story if somebody's taking lives, of course, but on the subject of muggings, or if you're a cashier and somebody wants to take what's in the till at gunpoint, you just give it to them. XCOM is inevitable. They'll burn their own cities. We've seen them do it. Why are you fighting these lunatics, you fools? They don't even play fair. They're using poison now. They don't even have to use poison. You're already dead by the time the poison kicks in. They're just poisoning your corpses. Just because. Thank you. Oh, she actually didn't go down. Yeah, what makes the gloves so ridiculous is, well, they do hit really hard, but that's not actually the ridiculous part. The ridiculous part is that they only use 10 time units per shot. And, yeah, that means you can shoot like 9 times in a turn. In fact, as our guys get stronger and level up, they can potentially fire even more than that. It's ridiculous. The pistol, I think, is crazy that it lets me get off like 5 shots in a turn, potentially. Okay, that looks like a high priest. Can you guys please stop shooting at it, and please don't hit it? No, no, please don't. Yes, shoot that. Okay, we did find a high priestess. No muggings in Alaska? Oh no, we actually have a fairly high crime rate locally. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, we actually have a fairly high crime rate locally. Yeah. There's shootouts from time to time. It happens. Okay, what are we gonna do? Alright. Ignore everything else. Capture this. Alright, here's the plan. Okay. You are holding her in melee, so she can't shoot at the others of us. All right. Okay. Yeah, well, whatever. We gotta peel off her fire shield. And then capture her. And I think the wind guns aren't super effective against fire shields, in my experience. Would be crazy enough to go up against XCOM. Well, you know, except for in the XCOM files, there are 4 different major cults that you fight from the beginning. Criminals. It takes you a long time to take those guys out. Did you get on this tree? Stand on it, crouching tiger, hidden dragon style. Oh, you're done. You're done. You're pretty much done. Okay. No, you're not supposed to. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Shoot at her. That's acceptable. Acceptable targets. Oh, good point. Didn't work out so good for him, did it? Where'd the target go? Where'd the target go? What? Where's the high priest? She was a ninja. No, seriously, where the hell did she go? How did you get in here? I am not on fire. Good. Okay, you travel fast. Alright, that's fine. Oh! Okay, that's the one we're after. This is just a random priestess, so, stabbings. Okay. Them on. Catching high priestesses is proving to be a major pain. Really, we have to go all the way around, huh? 5. Okay. Wind gun. Okay. success. What a pain in the butt you were. Okay, now I just need to end this encounter. And we have a hell of a prize. Come on. Get her. Come on. Okay, there you go. Target that then. Can you target that one? No. No, you can't. Alright, how about now? Throw enough acid at the tree, eventually the whole thing will melt, and you'll have nothing to hide under. Oh, do you see them? Fire. Come on, just one more good hit should do. Oh. Well, that's shooting from pretty far away, actually. Ah, fine, we'll go another round. I was trying to end it that turn, but... Alright. Finally. Alright, we've got ourselves a High Priestess. Torch of the Flame God, don't care about any of these things. Well, it looks like she's worth something. Alright. I guess I'll send this. That's dangerous. Oh well. The mulberry peppers? Oh. Is that a game from the 90s? Lost an interceptor. Here comes another one. Shields go up between the doors. get that one away. Alright, 2 interceptors lost. Alright, fine. I'll roll in a hawk, reluctantly. These are expensive, you realize. But now you're screwed. Nope, you're toast. Only 1 out of 5 missiles actually connected. See, now I need to make more Skystorm missiles, but we're busy. Alright, let's see. Still got the 2 interceptors of the SCP Foundation. Alright, the Blessed Footman is finally done! Okay, what do we see? Wow, acid does 300% damage. Boy, do I have the right element for these guys. Doesn't say any... I guess the air gun just wasn't getting through their armor. That must be what's going on with that. Legionnaire chosen by the light. A halo of mystic radiance protects him from the arrows and makes him imposing. So this is part of the Legion, is it? This blessing is very similar to possession. Oh, wonderful. This does not create magical barriers. Instead, the wearer of the shield gains increased resistance to the power of darkness. But wouldn't you rather have an energy shield? A new arcane spellbook. Let's do this one. Oh, this one will be easy. Splat. Okay. And we've got the pulse rifles. Okay, I needed to manufacture... I need mana crystals, hold on. Okay, Skystorm missiles, was it? Which base needed them again? I don't remember which base needed the Skystorm missiles. Oh no. They needed to go somewhere? Was it you? Yes. Okay. There. And... I'll do it between streams where I sort out the pulse rifles. I'm gonna distribute pulse rifles and sniper rifles and stuff. I just want to see the High Priestess and what she can do. Hey, look, if it isn't a flying boat. In fact, I'm actually gonna save now. Oh good, I still have this raven. Splat. Total splat. Okay, the Fire High Priestess gave us rune combining rules. Combining runes combinations is a complicated process. Some runes do not interact, others reinforce each other. Runic words are obtained empirically from many unsuccessful attempts, but now we know the general rules for selecting runes, and we will be able to make our own combinations. Okay. Is this the critical research we've been waiting for? Okay, you do that. Darn. Alright. 245 scientists on the job. Is that a nest? Okay. So I know I need to capture the things from the nest when they fly out of it. I'm just gonna ignore you. Alright. Oh my gosh. Rune armor. Hybrid heavy fighter. Complex amulet level 2 sigils. Okay. If we compare rune words with the electric circuit, the rune chains would be analogous to microprocessor technology. Of course, it's impossible to achieve the same density of elements due to dissipation of magical energy in the material, but the complexity of the enchantments available to us increased by an order of magnitude. Hybrid heavy fighter? And do these lead to other things, perhaps? Rune armor. Let's see. Get that report on the fire temple. We're ignoring all this stuff for the moment. Whoa! Oh yeah, forgers. Okay, that's just large. Okay, yeah, that's that. Okay, yeah, I know what that is. Okay, fire temple. Unlike other religions, the Temple of the Flame does not worship a god, but instead the idea of fire. Its followers are distinguished by fanaticism in serving the flame in all its aspects, from the hearth to the all-burning fire. When new gates are opened, the temple can declare a cleansing campaign in which the fanatics will try to burn everything in their path. Oh, is that what cleansing is? Okay. Okay, finally got that up. Ignoring. Arcane Claw. Ultimate Transport! That's the Enterprise. Yeah, I knew it was coming. Okay, the Owl. So... Really? The Owl is better than the Hawk? Okay. Requires 2 pilots. It's twice as durable, but it's slower. Capable of leading continuous dogfight and withstand heavy damage. Contains rune complexes in the composite carrot as pure magical propulsion system. Armament, 2 cannons. Only a 100-point shield. Is this really better? Is this really better than the Hawk? It's slower. And it doesn't get a rocket launcher. It has to use 2 cannons. It has the same number of glyphs, the same amount of energy shielding. Is this actually a superior thing to the Hawk? I appreciate the improved range and acceleration, but... I don't know about this one. Losing the missiles feels like a huge setback to me. But who cares? The ultimate transport is what we're really after. That's what we want to see today. Are we the Predator now? Using rune-inscribed composite plates and alloy frame, we can create multifunctional protective kits for our fighters. This new generation of knight armor will not only protect against threats, but will also increase the combat parameters of the wearer. This is not for spellcasting, though, because heavy armor tanks your spellcasting ability, right? Oh, that's interesting. Wow. We have all kinds of things to investigate. I bet that one gives a lot of time units. Alright, here's what we want. Oh, it's just the Avenger. Oh, hi, how's it going? You're a familiar face in a weird game. The perfect hybridization of psi technology and earth science, capable of defeating any enemy craft in single combat. Okay, it's got 200 energy shield. See, this one gets the heavy weapon slot. I don't know what the price is to build one compared to the I don't know how much this costs to build compared with the owl, but I mean, this is just better at air-to-air combat. It's probably really expensive. All right, 26 cargo space. That's 8 more people than what we're doing right now. Still haven't found a new heavy weapons platform. Alright. We never did get a big wooden ship, though. Alright, the question is, can we build one? Well, if you wished to build an owl, it would cost 2 mana capacitors and 70 mana crystals, as well as a pile of cash. Spendy. It's the same price. Okay, a little bit more money, but who cares at this point? You might as well just build Avengers! Yeah, the Avenger has a higher rental cost, but so what? You might as well just build Avengers, because at least they can fire missiles. And they have the extra shielding. I think the owl is just... Yeah, screw the owl. We don't need no owls. Shock cannons I never built. I should actually ask the question, what does the shock cannon look like versus the missiles? So, it doesn't really... The rune cannon, it fires faster and everything, much faster. But the shock cannon is more like a missile launcher, I think. So the Sky Storm is 50, 30, 70... 50, 30, 70... You have 30 rounds and are faster firing. I don't know. I kind of like the Sky Storm missile. I kind of like avalanches outranging the enemies the most, but I could see using 2 shock cannons. It's not the worst. The owl isn't the worst, but it's the same price as something that's bigger, heavier, and gets missiles, so I don't understand this one. Well, we have only 1 Raven left. We switched to Hawks. And, it has to be compared against, the owl has to be compared against the Hawk. And it doesn't really offer much. It trades a missile slot for a cannon. And then it gets added durability to take more hits. But it's slower, and we have trouble catching the enemy as is. I just don't see it. Maybe if its energy shield was bigger. Like, it's definitely tankier. Maybe having 2 pilots is an advantage? I don't know. Prize. Looks like a match. It looks cool! It looks really cool! I I don't want to use it just because it looks cool, but nah. Ah. Alright. Complex amulet construction for multifunctional amulets. I don't get any examples, huh? I want to take a peek at the armor. Oh, I can build a healing ankh, so I can just train medics. Is that it? Is that the only thing that taught me to do for now? Oh, look at this. Really heavy armor. Yeah, looks like it. Suitable for all soldiers. Despite the runes of lightning, it's quite massive. Thanks to the new principle of enchantment, it does not so much prevent powerful scions from using their power, but at the same time increasing the physical strength of the wearer. Wait, are you saying that my scions can wear this and still use magic? 100 stone shield is not bad. The time units, of course, suck to lose, but I mean... And it doesn't fly. You have to give up flight armor for this, but I mean, that's pretty good. I could definitely see building a frontline warrior group that goes charging in with these. I could definitely see using that on frontline warriors. I'm ignoring you. Okay, warrior armor. This has practically just as good defensive values. Not as many time units lost, and it gives you mana pool and psi strength. Oh, you don't get the stone armor. Advanced magic armor designed specifically for battle mages. Built-in four-dimensional constructs of psi energy. Increase the author's psi power and reduce... at the cost of reduced control. Look at that. And the composite rune armor plating makes it feel safe in any fight. I don't know if I like a wizard armor that makes you worse at being a wizard. But it does give you more mana and psi strength. The time units aren't as bad. Do I get an energy shield? My own energy shield with it then, or what? Let's look at that medical armor. Oh, they attacked one of my bases. Alright, we'll stop here for the day. I'm actually allowed to use these? Holy shit, I never realized I could actually use these. Oh man, I've had these all game. Oh man, 52 fire? I was using like 16 fire from my fire rods. Admittedly, once these are gone, they're gone forever, but still. Yeah, we're not playing this out. I'm gonna go to bed now. I've wanted to do a base defense for a long time, but they never attack. Maybe next time we'll get to do this. Maybe. That would be fun. Who dares? Hold on, I'll ask you to... Who dares? What? Where are they? Oh, are those the light guys or the fire guys? Those are the fire guys. That's just the fire guy. Oh shit, they practically melted a tank. I don't think I've seen that one before. So curious. Okay, we have heard of the axe. That's another one of those. I can't make it around the corners. Alright, anyway. Very interesting. I'm curious about the medical armor. I wonder what that's gonna offer. And these are only level 2 sigils. I don't know how high the sigils go. It's only the fire, guys. We'll find out next time! Until then, and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. I'm so curious, but we'll have to see tomorrow what the medical armor can do. Good night.